Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Today, my guest star is Zach with Zach's Crafts and More. I was trying to get tongue tied there. And for those that are watching on replay today, I want to welcome y'all. And please leave a comment to let us know that you watched the replay. And feel free to answer any questions that we ask in today's live in the comments. And let's see, we have Samantha, Susan, Angela, another Angela, Angela Wright, Regina, Mama G, and let's see, and Mark. Is that everyone? Let's see. And also Debbie Reynolds. How are y'all doing? And what are y'all all working on? And how are you doing today, Zach?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Not too much going on here.
Hi, Trish.
Let's see. Trish joined us. Yeah, Trish and Sharon. Hi, how are y'all doing? And what are y'all working on? And also Sue Ann too. Hi. Okay, and let's see. Angela says she's still working on her knitted socks and she's drinking water. Awesome.
That's good.
So Regina, have you actually started putting any videos out or you're fixing to? Let me know. Because if you have a channel, I'll put you on my list to shout out. If not, let me know when you start putting content up, and then I'll give you a shout out then. And let's see. Oh, Mama G's having a giveaway. Yeah, y'all go stop by her place. And let's see. Mama G says it's 8 p.m. It's 7 o'clock where I'm at. I'm Central Standard Time.
And I was late. She can blame me.
We were only about a minute or two late popping on the panel. But I do think some people had the time zones confused because I noticed a lot of people popped up about 6:20. And it's like that's why I put in the chat that it wouldn't be starting for a little while. Yeah. My lives on Wednesdays are at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And let's see. Mark's working on a diamond painting. Nice. Those are fun to do if y'all
I'm
haven't.
almost done my first one.
What's that?
I'm almost done my first one.
Ooh, awesome. Yeah, one of my friends got me into diamond painting. But since I started doing yarn crafts, that took over. I haven't diamond painted in a few years. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing some people that came in. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Katrina's here too. Hi, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
How are you? And what are you working on? Also, we have another Regina and Backbeats here.
Hi, Regina.
And let's see. Miguel's here. And Chandler.
Hi, Chandler.
Okay, I think that's
Hi,
everybody.
Miguel.
Did I miss someone?
Miguel, who knows?
Yeah. And Miguel, how is everyone doing and what are y'all working on?
Miguel is cooking and listening.
Katrina says, I'm good, not at home yet. Went to Brothers for dinner, heading home shortly though. Awesome. Okay. And Sue Ann is working on crocheting a deer. Nice. And Backbeat says I finished the Americana Afghan. Awesome.
Ooh, that looked nice.
And Mark's saying this painting is his first as well. He won it from Zach.
You
New
did?
to the hobby art. Awesome. And let's see. Regina says I had one up but took it down, but we'll let you know. Okay, yeah, let me know because I'll give you a shout out. Chandler says crocheting presents. Nice. Regina's working on a shawl.
Nana Michelle.
And Nana Michelle's here. Hello, how are you? And she's working on her beaded Flower Valley shawl and drinking an adult beverage. Mama G's working on a double thick crocheted camo hat. And Debbie's working on a new pattern of hers called the Crunchy Suzette Scarf. Awesome, awesome.
Awesome.
Let's
Hi,
see.
Rose.
Yes, Rose is here. Hello, Rose. And Sandy too. How are y'all and what are y'all working on? Samantha's working on, oops, I hit the wrong one. She's working on a blanket right now. Awesome. Okay. So Zach, you want to go ahead and tell everyone a little about yourself and your channel?
No,
No.
but I will. My channel is about crafting, and I do a little bit of everything. I go live Sunday through Thursday, and I've only posted videos 2 days a week now because of work. Usually on Tuesday and Wednesdays. That's it. And you might hear my dogs bark in the background at times.
Yeah, you probably hear my cats too sometimes. They've been something else today. Especially Allie. Oh, she cleaned my little plastic crate that I put some of my yarn supplies on and I have stuff inside. Well, she gets on top of it, knocks stuff over.
Oh.
So I'm trying to pick up what she knocked over, and she starts hissing at me, and like she kind of lashed out at me, and she got me right here on my arm.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, I'm like, I did nothing to you, cat. I didn't even touch you. What is wrong? Oh, poor baby.
Hi, Sandy.
She's been grumpy today. And like she was sleeping on the back of the chair. She fell over. Poor baby.
She's having a rough day.
But she's moody. Okay, and let's see. Rose says she's working on day one of her Crochet Society Advent calendar. Awesome. Sandy's working on building blankets for our canine officers. Nice. And let's see. Everyone's saying hello. Okay. So, Zach, you want to go ahead and ask the first question today?
Okay. I gotta get them up. The first question is, what movie never gets old no matter how many times you watched it?
So, which movie? Oh, for you, Zach?
Grease.
Great minds think alike.
Hmm.
Yeah, Grease is one. Pretty Woman. The Notebook.
I've seen Grease about 3 times.
I love the music for Grease.
Or Sound of Music. I like that too.
And another funny thing, like when it comes to Grease, everyone thinks of Sandy as being a blonde, but the original Broadway musical of Grease, she was a brunette.
Was she?
Mm-hmm. And let's see. Sandy says court jester. And Michelle says Pulp Fiction. Luann says Sound of Music.
I seen that one too.
Mama G says Wuthering Heights. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other ones that I really love. Still Magnolias was another good one.
Hi, Susan. What's another one? Wizard of Oz. I've seen that a couple times.
Hi, Susan. How are you? And what are you working on? Yeah, The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, and I've seen like the plays where you go somewhere and they do a play.
Mm-hmm.
Let's follow the yellow brick road. Let's see. Anyone else has any favorite movies that never get old? Inquiring minds want to know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just so everyone knows, this Friday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be going live over on David Browning's channel. So I hope y'all go check out that live Friday. And we have some more that answered. Sharon says the original black and white, The Christmas Carol. Oh, The Christmas Carol is good. Susan's working on blankets for her grandchildren. Oops. Rose says Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run. I think that's my favorite line from that movie.
Uh-huh.
Sandy says My Fair Lady. Regina says Driving Miss Daisy and fried green tomatoes. Michelle says I like too many movies to pick just one though. You can list more than one movie. I did. And normally when I say what's your favorite, I always say more than one thing. And let's see. Grandpa's here. Hi, Grandpa. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? The chat kept jumping on me. Let me find my place again. Okay. Debbie says Lethal Weapon. Regina says Gone with the Wind. That's another one that I love. And like the first time I watched it, I didn't think I would like it. But I fell in love with that movie. Dirty Dancing. Yes, that's another good one. Mark saying he's from Ontario, Canada, the same as Zach. Different region, however.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all are the Canada crew. And Debbie says Rush Hour. Michelle says not enough letters in chat for me to list them all. Mama G says Harvey, Arsenic, and Old Lace, any of the old black and white classics. And Mark says Lethal Weapon, another Christmas movie. Debbie says Die Hard. Oh, okay, yeah, I said Lethal. Did I say Lethal Weapon for?
I think you did. Mark just spelled it.
Okay. Regina says Man in Black. Mark says Die Hard 2. Oh, and Lisa the Grammy's here. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And Isola too. Hello. How are y'all? And what are y'all working on? And the question that Zach asked was, What movie never gets old no matter how many times you have watched it? And let's see.
Shrek would
Regina,
be another one.
what was that, Zach?
Shrek would be another one.
Regina says, I like the Canadian crew.
Hi, Spring.
Sharon says, Ontario here as well. Hi, Spring. How are you today? And Sandra and Kim. I think that's everyone.
Hi, Sandra.
How are
Kim.
y'all? And what are y'all working on?
Chandler said Tangled.
Susan says, Ghost, color purple. Yeah, Chandler Tangled. I always like yeah, that's the one. Tangled is the one where she puts her hair down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like that one. Kim says Ewoks. Spring says Murphy's Romance. Katrina says Dirty Dancing. Um, Debbie says Blood Sport. Oh, I can't talk today. But yeah, I'm sure y'all used to me getting tongue tied, huh?
I think
And
we all get tongue tied.
it's true. It's like I stumble across like my own words. And let's see, Jeannie and Amy's here. How are y'all? And what are y'all currently working on? Yes, Isla and Spring both say When Harry Met Sally. That's a classic. At least I think it is. And Lisa says Riddick. And Spring saying Yorn Borf Knots. And Rose says Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, Rapunzel, that's it. Rapunzel. And let's see. Ooh, beaches. Ooh, yeah, that was another one I loved. And Mark says Naked Gun 1, 2, and 3. Oh, Runaway Bride, yes. I love a lot of Julia Roberts movies. And okay. So it looks like we're all caught up. So I'm going to move on to the next question. Okay. What has been your scariest experience? And before y'all answer this question, just keep in mind, please try not to, say anything too graphic in the chat because there could be young children around when people are watching this video. So watch out for being too graphic on y'all answers if y'all had any really bad experiences or something. And also only share what you're comfortable with. I don't want anyone to share something that they're not really comfortable with sharing. But for me,
Joanne.
hey Joanne, how you doing, darling? And what are you working on? But for me, um, I had two experiences that I found were scary. And fortunately, nothing really bad happened, but there could have been the potential where whenever I was in my early 20s, I was a waitress and these guys came in and this guy started talking to me about if I was interested in a second job. And I was like, yeah, I could use the extra money. And talking to the guy and stuff, so I gave him my phone number for that. And then he started asking me where I live. And like the street I lived on, most people, didn't hear of it. So I didn't think it would be, a thing to tell him my street name. But unfortunately, he knew where my street was. And like it was only apartments on that street, so he knew where I lived. Um, so to make matters worse, evidently he came back around the restaurant and asked one of my coworkers what car was mine, like what type of car I drove. And like before I got off of work, that coworker mentioned it to me, and I'm like, "You didn't tell him, did you?" Because at that point I got scared. And she's like, "Yeah, I thought like he might have been your dad or something." And I'm like, no." So I was really concerned. Managers walked me to my car. I had a coworker follow me most of the way home, and everything seemed fine. But like once I turned off, I saw a car at the stop sign on my street. No lights on, stop. And I'm just like, oh no. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I figured the best thing would be because he had to turn around. So I'm like, so I just kind of hurried up, got to my apartment, ran inside, locked the door. And I'm like, I'm grabbing like my scissors, a knife, my pepper spray. And next thing I know, I'm hearing knocking at my door. They're like jiggling my doorknob, knocking on my window. And like, so I called the police and all. And, finally, he went away before the cops got there. And of course the cops were kind of like, why did you give this guy your information? But you're young and you're naive. So like that was my first experience. And like for a month after, I stayed at my cousin's house because I was scared. And then I finally went back to my apartment, but nothing ever happened again. The second time was when I worked at the hospital, and I had just drove to work, and I was in the parking garage, and this lady's walking across. But normally, like when the few times like people would walk across, they would just keep going. But I was always cautious, so I don't get out until like I know everything's okay. Well, this lady came up to my car window, and I'm just like, you know. So I take my cell phone out and I call security. But and when she saw me take the phone out, she ran off. But like security was saying that she had been hanging around the hospital like all day and stuff. They had questioned her before. So those are my experiences. Have you had anything scary, Zach?
Not really. Well, yes. The other night, actually. Stuff kept falling off the table. I was nowhere near the table.
What's that?
Stuff kept falling off the table, and I was nowhere near the table. So it scared me a little bit.
You may have had a ghost.
I may have. I think I did.
There was.
Other than that, not really.
There was one experience when I worked at the hospital where a lot of people believe that it was a ghost that had to have done this, because the call bell went off in a patient's room that had nobody in it. And the call bell wasn't anywhere that it should have like accidentally gone off. So, was it a ghost? And let's see. There's some more answers to the last question I'm going to read. Kim saying, my cousin Vinny. Sleeping with the enemy. Yes, I love that one. Mork says, Uncle Buck, Spaceballs, Backdraft, etc. Regina says, Harry Potter. Debbie says, Police Academy 1 through 5. Oh, I always loved that one lady with the real squeaky voice that talked low. Hooks. It's like she would always talk real low, and then all of a sudden she just started like yelling, like at the end of the first one. But she had like this low, soft voice. Nana Michelle says the Green Mile is another one of my favorites. And oh, Linda's here. And Tank. How are y'all and what are y'all working on?
I think.
Yeah. And that is one thing like on my lives, I always ask everybody watch what you say in the chat and stuff because people can have young children around whenever everyone's watching the videos. And let's see. Everyone's saying hi. Okay, Mark says 2 significant panic attacks and getting hit by a car. Oh wow, Mark. You got hit by a car? Whoa. Broken leg, crutches, cast, the whole 9 yards, in a hospital bed for 6 weeks.
Oh, wow,
Oh,
Mark.
wow. Mama G says every panic attack. Oh, and Chris is here. Hi, Chris. How are you and what are you working on? And Lisa says we told you that was your brother, Zach.
Probably was.
He wanted to let you know he was there.
Hi, Jamie.
Someone else joined in?
Yes, Jamie's hooked.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing today? And what are you working on? And okay, I think that's the only new person. And Isla says hospitals always have ghosts. I really, because like I had asked that question to some of my coworkers, and well, most of the stories they told me were about other people that had experiences, but usually like around the time that a patient would pass away, like certain people would see stuff. So, yeah, I do believe hospitals have ghosts. And Trish says Star Wars. And let's see. Regina says, I had that happen at work. It's crazy. Oh, and Linda's spinning alpaca. Nice. Yeah, and Linda is one of my testers that has been testing some of my patterns lately. And let's see. Okay, the question that I asked was what is the scariest thing? Like what has been your scariest experience? And just remember like watch the violence and stuff like that in your answer in case anyone has had some type of situation like that happen. Jamie's working on an amigurumi frog. Oh, how cute. Froggy. Mark says it was my fault in an unfortunate accident. One day I didn't look both ways before crossing a street on the way home from school, and the rest is history. So how old were you when it happened, Mark? And Jamie says it's a place where the veil is thin. And Lisa says, I have ghosts in my house. Ghosts don't bother me. As long as they're Casper type ghosts, friendly ones. Because some of the stuff you see in movies, that stuff scares me. Okay. So you want to go ahead and ask the next question, Zach?
What is your favorite thing to eat or drink during the winter? Mine would be To eat would be soup chili. And to drink, hot chocolate.
For me, to eat would be cornbread dressing. I love cornbread dressing. And to drink, it would have to be eggnog.
I
I
do
love
like eggnog
eggnog.
too.
Huh?
I do like eggnog too.
Hot chocolate's good too, but I don't know. Like eggnog, I feel like it only really comes around during the holidays. Hot chocolate you can buy, year round.
True.
And let's see. Jamie says, "Oh, my scariest experience when the wheel of my car rolled off. Oh no. And I was on the interstate. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all." Michelle says, "When my mom passed at home and the next day no one was home, and I heard walking around upstairs in the house and knocks at the door." Ooh. And I always say that I would love to experience a ghost, but if I did, I'd probably be like so scared. Mark says he thinks he was 7. Samantha says chili and to drink hot chocolate. Oh, I haven't had chili in a while. I'm gonna need to make a chili again soon. We're probably getting people hungry on this question. Kim says candy cane hot chocolate and food would be cherry cheesecake.
Ooh, that sounds good, Kim.
Yeah, candy canes and hot chocolate. Debbie says hot chocolate with marshmallows.
That sounds good too.
Mama G says hot chocolate cookies right out of the oven.
Ooh, that sounds good too. All this sounds good.
I know. Mork says winter foods. Eat chicken noodle soup, yeah. Drink eggnog. Rose says I could eat pizza every day. There's so many varieties. To drink Diet Pepsi. And one of the questions on our list today, I don't know if we'll get into it, has to do with pizza.
Huh?
I don't know if we'll get to it today or not, though. Lisa says chili and potato soup, hot cider and hot tea. You said something, Zach?
I said that sounds good. Chili and potato soup.
And Sharon says a good stew and hot chocolate. Yeah, stew's good too. And Isola says I make a drink with decaf coffee, cocoa powder, and a splash of half and half to eat my husband's tamales. Ooh, tamales. Ooh.
That sounds good too.
Regina says coffee, soup, and grilled cheese. And oops. And Jamie says my favorite holiday drink is hot spice apple cider, and I love to eat homemade Thai style curry with cornbread. Nice. Mama G says, "Okay, folks, I'm going to get cheesecake and be right back." What type of cheesecake, Mama G? What type? Mark says, "I do have other winter foods I enjoy. Chili, roast, tea, etc. Roast is good too." And, yep, Debbie's getting hungry. And Debbie says grilled cheese and tomato soup.
I like comfort food in the winter.
I thought I heard something. Okay. Where am I on the list? Okay. The next question is, what is the best thing you've bought off of Amazon? I would go with my air fryer and my Instapot.
That's hard. I would go with my diamond painting stuff because I enjoy doing it. Like
Yeah,
work.
I find Amazon's the best place for diamond paintings. Now,
It can be addicting though.
if only they were really good for yarn, but they're usually pricey on yarn.
Yeah, they are. Amazon.
We're getting Samantha hungry too. Mama G says it's a nice big slice of New York cheesecake.
Ooh,
I'm,
yummy, Mama G.
I'm on my way, Mama G. You better share that slice or have more.
I'm coming too.
Samantha says her yarn bag. Yeah, I like getting kitchen gadgets off of Amazon. Um, oh, I forgot another thing too was my knitting needles. That's where I got my knitting needles. Mork says the best thing I've bought off Amazon is books, especially since I'm a long time writer, blogger, author. Yeah, Mork's famous. And Isla says right now it's a cat clock that moves its eyes and tail back and forth. Oh, that sounds cute.
That'd be cute.
Michelle says snacks and tea crochet hooks. Oh, Mama G has plenty. We're
I'll be
on
on
our way, Mama
soon.
G. But you might need 28 slices though, or so that way you have enough for everybody here. And let's see, Niecy's here. Hi,
Hi,
Niecy.
Niecy.
How are you today, and what are you working on? And Rose says, favorite thing off Amazon is my kitchen gadgets too, especially meatball maker. They have a meatball maker? I've never heard of that before.
Me either.
That would be awesome. Susan says, my Addie. Jamie says, I don't know what the best thing I got from Amazon. Maybe craft supplies. Yeah. Let's see. Nisi says, I've got sweet tea in my cup and I'm working on making a teddy bear for little man to put under the Christmas tree. Aww. And Mama G bought an Addie a couple of weeks ago. Thank you,
Thank you,
Samantha.
Samantha.
She loves both our channels. And Mark's very first book, Merry Christmas. Oh, okay. I get it now. Okay. It's Poetic Potpourri, the name of the book. Spring says the only thing I've bought from Amazon was a book. You know, for books, typically how I like to buy books if I can, I'll go to eBay and I'll look in the used books and I'll try to see, like, if I want a certain book, I try to see if I can find it used so I can save money.
Good job, Niecy.
Oh, you made 1K, Niecy. Congrats. Yeah, I need 211 more watch hours. Then I can apply for monetization. Almost there. Almost. Linda says I have a problem with holiday throw pillowcases. I have most major holidays.
Could be worse things you have a problem with.
Okay, Samantha, my favorite crochet project is usually shawls. And next would be beanies. And Zach doesn't crochet or knit, so
I don't. I tried it. It wasn't for me.
he, he he's into diamond painting.
Yes.
Mark says he's hardly famous, just honest and modest. Yeah, I always laugh saying if someone would come up to me and be like, "Are you Connie from Just Another Stitch?" I'd be like, "What?" I'd be all shocked. Lisa says, "I just got a 10-ounce yarn ball winder last month. Awesome." And Mama G saying thrift books is good. Yeah, and that's one of they're on eBay because usually the books that come up is from them, and there's another one too. Mork says his book is also available on eBay among many other notable websites. Thank you, Nisi. And Isola's going night night, or her Nola is shivering. Got to get her to bed. Have a good night, Isola. Linda says, "True. My husband just groans when they show up now." Lisa's favorite project is crochet blankets. Samantha wants to know what your favorite diamond painting is, Zach.
The one I'm working on. It's what is it now? A Dalmatian.
Awesome.
But also this one too. I haven't worked on it. But this is what I'm gonna work on next. This one.
Ooh,
I think it's back. Nope, that's forward. Is this one?
pretty scenic. Susan says, "I got sick right after I got it, so I have not used it yet." Oh, and Trisha's saying Zach is a wonderful supporter of us crocheters.
Yes, I am.
So, how did you get kind of into like the crochet knitting community on YouTube?
Granny D.
Gotta love Granny D.
Yep.
Hank says, "I buy used books from I think ABC Books or is it A Books, one of those." Oh, and Sharon says you make nice bracelets, Zach.
I do.
And Nisi is having a birthday live on December 7th at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And she hopes to see everyone there. So yeah, let's go check out her birthday live. But when is the 7th? Hold up. What day of the
That's
week is that?
next Tuesday.
Okay. I can't keep track of my days.
Don't
Mork
worry,
wants to
not
know.
at night.
Mark wants to know what's my favorite brand or type of yarn, and he wants to know how you've been making bracelets, Zach.
Since May of this year.
And my favorite brand type of yarn, I think Lion brand would typically be my favorite brand. Um, I like the number four worsted, and I love pretty much anything sparkly. I love Christmas yarn. I love the cake yarn. I love the pretty color combinations. Um, Ice cream yarn. That's another one I love. Um, I like ice yarn too. Um, I haven't actually tried it yet, but I did order a few of the I think the prism skeins. I love like the sheen to those, the shine. They're gorgeous. And like, I would love to try their sparkly yarn, but like they're always out of stock on Yarn Nut. Let's see. I think that pretty much covers my favorite yarns. And let's see. Chandler says blankets. That's her favorite thing. Sandra says blankets too. And Tank says shawls and afghans. Susan says she got the small ones a few months ago. It works great. And Rose says, I first saw you on Coco's Live with Zach.
Yes.
Michelle says, yes, we love our bracelets.
Thank you, Nana Michelle.
Okay. So Sandra wants to know if you started to watch Granny D.
How did I start? She subscribed to me, so I checked her channel out. That's how I found Granny D.
And she changed your world, huh?
Yep.
Michelle says blankets and shawls are my favorite project. Okay. So you want to ask the next question, Zach?
That's question. Where do we have to? Right there. How do you like your pizza? How do I like my pizza? I'm just a simple pepperoni and cheese kind of person. It's good to have a crispy crust.
For me, I like the regular crust. I don't like the thin. I don't know. I feel like you're eating nothing when you eat the thin crust.
Yes, the regular crust. I agree there.
Yeah. And the deep dish is too much crust. But like my favorite would be barbecue chicken. And like, yeah, especially if it has like the red onions and peppers on it. But let's see. It'd probably be Canadian bacon with onions and bell peppers.
Ooh,
And mushrooms too. And
There's a taco pizza I like.
What's that?
There's a taco pizza I like too.
Ooh, those are good too. Taco pizza. I haven't had one in forever. Mama G says thin crust, well done with extra cheese. Sandra says ham, mushroom, onion pizza. Yeah. And overall, like I like pretty much all the toppings except pineapple, anchovies. I think those are the only two I don't like. Now another thing that's good is I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, shrimp pizza. Shrimp pizza. Or there's this place where I used to live in South Louisiana that made jambalaya pizza. Ooh, that was so good.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And I did find like a recipe online to make a jambalaya pizza, which is still good, but like this restaurant's was better. And Nisi says, I like hand-tossed crust with ham, bacon, and pineapple. Samantha says cheese pizza. Michelle says, it depends on my pizza mood, but normally taco pizza without the meat since I don't eat meat. Mork says, I like my pizza mainly with different meats, cheeses, and a thicker stuffed crust. A few veggies thrown in, pepperoni, ham, bacon, green peppers, and mushrooms. Jamie says, I eat gluten-free pizza nowadays, but before I like pan crust. As for toppings, I like Hawaiian, buffalo style, and veggie. Jamie says jambalaya pizza. That's different. Yes, and I mean it was awesome. It's like the first time I had it, it was like, oh, this is so good. And Mark says no pineapples, anchovies, olives, or spicy toppings on pizza for me. Ooh, I like spice. I like jalapenos.
I'm with him on the anchovies though.
Anchovy, no. And I'm curious, does anyone like anchovies on a pizza here? And even those watching on replay, let me know in the comments. And Trish says, I love a good pizza, but there's no place in my small village that makes pizza. So I forced to do homemade. It's my favorite now. But but a lot of times homemade can be the best. Love some homemade pizza. Trish says no anchovies.
Angela Wright said no. Up. Mama G likes anchovies.
Oh, we got an anchovy lover. Nana Michelle says, ew, no furry fish. Niecy's like, anchovies, yuck. Yeah, it's like you don't normally don't come across hardly anyone that will do anchovies.
No.
But you know what's funny though? But like I'll eat like sardines and mustard sauce.
So my dad. I won't.
My brother got me into it. And I don't even really like mustard.
Oh.
I know, odd. And let's see, Rose says, I put extra pineapple on my Hawaiian pizza. Mama G says, am I kicked out of the club now? No, Mama G, we love you. Mark likes my background, very festive looking. Oh yeah, I'm already ready. I'm having fun with my music intro for my videos. It's all Christmas now. Sharon says bacon, pineapple, onion, mushrooms. Jamie says sardines and olive oil, like good olive oil from Portugal, so good. Oh, and Jessica's here.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Okay. So I'm going to move on to the next question, which will be our last question because I need to keep my lives at about an hour because I'm running out of StreamYard hours. Yeah, I it's like I reset on the 13th, so I need to make sure I have enough hours for my lives with my guest stores.
Yeah.
So I had to cut it to an hour. But like I'll probably do an impromptu live with Restream. Probably I'll probably do on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. It just depends. Okay, so the next question is what old fashioned things do you miss? Um, there's a lot that I miss. It just seems like, you know, things used to be so much simpler. Um, you know, you would see kids playing outside, the games they would play, like jump rope, Chinese jump rope, they would play board games. You don't see that anymore. I'm trying to think of other stuff. And what's funny is I think whenever I wrote this question down, I had stuff in mind, and now I can't remember. But I don't. It just everything seems to be simpler.
I
And
agree.
and now so many people they just on their phone like this, and sometimes they're glued to their phone. They don't even look when they're crossing the street. I've
Yeah.
seen that. But yeah, I'm curious. What do y'all miss that's old fashioned? And how about you, Zach?
The record player.
Yeah.
Or
I,
I don't know what it's called. Cassette player.
mm-hmm. I remember the Walkmans.
Or VHS. That too.
Yeah. the
And people
days
playing outside.
the days of your tapes getting eaten up.
Hmm.
Frank just said jukebox. Um but yeah, things were just so much simpler. And let's see. Samantha says she likes sausage. Tank says on my homemade pizza, I love basil and tomato. Nice. Okay. Michelle says I miss sitting outside on the front porch since I don't have one anymore and listening to thunderstorms and such. Lisa says making jam with my grandma. Yeah, like because I remember like as whenever I was young, we would go to my grandma's in Arkansas, and it was just like we'd walk to the store, and like the way her apartment was set up, it was more old fashioned. Like she had a box fan in her window in the kitchen. Samantha says, I love tomato basil on my pizza. Nisi says, our son loves board games. We purchased two for Christmas this year. One is the Spam Jam 2 Monopoly. Ooh, I love Monopoly. And the second is Jumanji, or however you say it, game. Jenga. I remember Jenga. Nisi says, little man also likes the game Uno in live. Yeah,
I
those
love
are
it.
all. And Mama G says, I miss a good humor ice cream truck driving down the street. Oh yeah, the ice cream truck. And I remember we used to have a bookmobile that passed whenever I was a kid. It was basically, a little library in a van, and you could check out books. I loved whenever it passed. Let's see. Mary Ann is here. Hi, Mary Ann. How are you doing today? Um, we're f- we're not going to be on too much longer, but I'm glad you joined in. And Mark says old fashioned things that I miss, especially at Christmas or carol singing. Yes, yes. Some good Christmas carols, exchanging gifts, being with family, as most have either moved or passed away, otherwise, record and cassette players. And y'all remember the 8 tracks?
No. Mom and dad do, though. Sure.
See, they were like, whenever I was a kid, like really young, they were going out if they weren't already basically out. But like, my brother had one. So, like, but I remember that you never knew where that cassette would play, that cartridge. There was no rewind or fast forward. And it seemed like it's kept playing too, even though it wasn't in a device. So like, I mean, it could be like anywhere on the album that you bought. Oh, and Cindy's here too. Hi, Cindy.
Hi,
How are you
Cindy.
doing today? Yeah, we're not going to be too much longer, Cindy, but I'm glad you popped in. Okay, the last question that was asked, Samantha, was what is old fashioned what I'm getting tongue tied. What old fashioned things do you miss? And Jamie says, I agree. Things were simpler. I miss things like they were 30 years ago. I still collect CDs and play them. I love listening to whole albums. Maryam says, my kids play Monopoly old school, but their father cheats. That's funny. And Jamie says, my friend and I were talking about ice cream trucks just the other day and how we don't see them anymore. The the irony is, I think like in some areas they do still pass, like because I can hear like the sound of an ice cream truck passing, but it's like you don't really know when they're gonna pass anymore. And let's see. Miriam says, it's late here or early, just fighting with crochet in the dark. And Mark says, CD, classic video games. Yes, Atari. Cord board games like Scrabble, Monopoly, etc. Times have really changed. Yes, they have. And let's see. Jamie saying my kid is majorly into board games like the elaborate ones. Sandra says, I remember the days before TV, laying in the floor listening to the radio shows. Lisa says she remembers when the 8-track players came out. And Samantha wants to know what your favorite holiday is, Zach.
My favorite holiday. Christmas.
I think pretty much everyone would, typically says Christmas for that question. And Mary Ann says, I miss the snow cone trucks that would come through the neighborhood. I don't think like I've ever experienced the snow cone trucks. We just had like the little, like snowball stands. Mary Ann says everything. Samantha says Christmas cookies. And Mary Ann says, I have all kinds of old glass. It was just made better and beautiful. And Cindy misses penny candy. And Mary Ann says, you can't tell nowadays that extras they sell on the ice cream truck. And Mary Ann says, I miss having to change channels by turning a knob and aluminum foil on the antennas. Yeah. Mark says, my favorite holiday used to be Christmas, but not anymore for the reasons I mentioned earlier. Aw. But okay, I am all caught up with the chat. And do you have anything you'd like to say before we say goodbye, Zach?
No.
Okay, I
Other
want
than
to,
thank you for having me.
yeah, thank you for coming on my live, Zach. I
No
enjoyed having
problem.
you.
I enjoyed
And,
being here.
and I want to thank everyone for watching this evening. And I hope everyone has a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light
Yes.
and bye.
Bye.